Hey, beautiful soul tribe. Welcome back to the Mystical Wolf Soul Tribe. So, today we're going to be diving into some big energy shifts, the kind that shapes generations. Uranus, Pluto, Neptune, and Saturn. They all on the move from now until 2023. This soul level collective transformation. And yes, it's going to affect you personally on your personal path as well. So, are you ready to jump into your cusp sign and see what is being activated? And below in the description box will be the time stamps. I'll see you there. Hey, my beautiful Pisces, Aries, Cusp, Soul Tribe. Welcome back to the Mystical Wolf Soul Tribe. And no, you're not here by accident. Just know there is a big energy that is moving through you and around you. Over the next 7 to 8 years, the outer planets are guiding you towards a deep awakening that is for you. So just having a quick look before we pull 3 cards at this time period between now and 2033. First, let's look at Uranus in Gemini. That is lighting up your mind, your voice, your intuition. So you'll probably feel called to speak more freely and perhaps think outside of the box. Now, with Pluto in Aquarius, this is like big changes in your community and also your soul purpose. Like you are transforming into a truth teller and perhaps even a spiritual leader. Now, Neptune in Aries, you are like really becoming bold in your dreams. No more hiding behind illusions. This is like about that fierce spiritual clarity. And then what we're going to be also having is Saturn is shifting from Pisces into Aries. So you've been learning to surrender, but now it's going to be time to build structure and lead your life with confidence. So you literally the bridge between that spiritual Pisces and that warrior Aries. These planets are really activating you like never before. So what we're going to be doing is I'm pulling 3 cards. Like first one is about what's awakening, second card is what to release, and the third card will be Spirit's guidance. So let's see what Spirit wants to show you with this new 7 to 8 year cycle. All right. So first one we have is the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Chariot, and the funny thing is I found the Chariot card just now on the floor before I started this recording. And the second one is the Two of Cups. Looking at your first card, what's awakening? That is, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like this is the seed. Spirit's showing me like a brand new door opening for you. One that you perhaps planted a long time ago, perhaps with your prayers, your work, and perhaps with your tears. Or maybe it wasn't so long ago, but it could be. Everybody's time period is different. This is like something real this time. Maybe it's a gift, an opportunity. Maybe it's like a chance to rebuild your life in the way that feels grounded and true. Maybe it has been for years that you've been waiting for this, right? But this could be anything in your life, whether this is your purpose, your path, your physical reality. Something is finally growing roots. And you just need to trust this new beginning, and just know that it's not flake or fluke. All right, it's real, right? I feel this is like going to be a blessing. Now, ones could also be really significant during this time for you. Ones is all about that new beginning. What do you need to release at this time? We have the Chariot. So this now could be a surprise, all right? Because this one surprises me a little bit. Because the Chariot is about movement and willpower, right? But here Spirit says release the need to control how fast or how perfectly things move forward. Perhaps you have been pushing too hard, maybe even fighting to hold it all together. Now I think it's going to be a time for you to surrender the reins, all right? to let go. Yeah, you're going to still be moving, right? But not with force. It's a time to let go of that old inner warrior, right? Who perhaps thought they had to do everything alone. This is like that new kind of strength, one that flows with the universe and not against it. Now, your final card here, your spiritual guidance for over this period towards this next 7 to 8 year cycle. And I love this for you, the Two of Cups, right? This is beautiful. Like, this is a reminder that you don't have to do this next part alone, right? That there is partnerships, there is soul allies, right? Divine unions. They all part of your journey now. So this could be love, yes, but it also could be soul friendships, tribe, even your connection to spirit, to your spirit team, your angels, right? Your ancestors, your passed over loved ones. Like spirits like coming through, let yourself receive. Let yourself be loved back. You've already given so much. Now it's time for harmony and shared heart space. You know, your cup doesn't have to stay half full anymore. And don't be surprised if you start seeing these numbers, if you haven't started seeing them already, is ones, sevens, and twos. And they will just be your little reminder showing up that like little gentle nudges from spirit reminding you of this very moment. So, well, my beautiful Pisces Aries Cusp, this is your little cosmic update of your journey, regarding your journey for the next 7 to 8 years. So what I'm going to do is below in the comments, I have the 4 other planets that you can see in your chart how it's showing up and how it is actually affecting you. And I will also put the free links to the free astrology birth charts where you can put your details in and have a look at your chart. If you ever need some guidance, my email details are below in the description box. If you would like a personal reading, my details are also in the details regarding personal readings are in the description box. So yeah, let me know in the comments how this message has resonated with you, helped you in any sort of way, provided you with clarity. Remember to like, comment, share with another beautiful Cusp soul that you do know. I'm sending you love as always, and I'll be seeing you soon. Hey my beautiful Aries, Taurus, Cusp soul tribe. Welcome back to the mystical soul tribe. If you have landed here, just know that it's not random. Spirit has something for you. Just know that there is this big energy shift around you for over the next 7 to 8 years, and you, my beautiful souls, are being reawakened on a deep soul level. Now, before we dive into 3 cards, let's just have a quick peek and see what is unfolding between now and 2033. Uranus is basically in Gemini right now, and this lights up your second and third house energy. So your voice, your value, your vision are all transforming. So you can expect breakthroughs in how you speak, you learn, and earn. Now we also have Pluto in Aquarius, massive shifts in your career, your status, and also your soul legacy. Sorry, I have to pause for a few seconds. Sorry for the distraction. That is Baba Bella that wants to play at 9 o'clock at night. So where were we? Yes, we were on Pluto in Aquarius. All right. You're no longer working hard. You are working aligned. You stepping into leadership with real purpose. Now, Neptune in Aries. Now, this is also a bit more personal. All right, this one's really personal because here you are clearing old identities and illusions about who you thought you had to be and stepping into your authentic, bold truth. Then we also have a Saturn that is moving from Pisces to Aries. So this is like from release to rebuild. Like you've been in a cycle of emotional endings, and now it's time to restructure your life from the ground up. Discipline meets intuition. Soul meets strategy. So dear Cusp soul, you're the builder with fire. You know, the spark of Aries and the steady hand of Taurus. And like a spirit is like sculpturing this new path through you, one that holds. All right. So let's have a look here. We've already got 3 cards out here from Spirit, and let's have a look at what do we have. See what Spirit wants you to show you right now for this journey ahead. So it's 3 cards. One is for your awakening. Next card is what to release, and the third card is your spiritual guidance. So let's see how we got. So the first card we have is the Lovers. The second card is the Queen of Cups, and the third card is the Hermit. Looking at this journey for the next 7 to 8 years, right, my Aries, Taurus loves, with these other planets that has shifted, right? These shifts are like waves, but I feel like you're the earth and the fire, right? The grounded and the brave. So looking at what's awakening, we have the Lovers card. And wow, you know, this card isn't just about relationships, right? This is about your alignment, your choices, your value, your soul's calling in perhaps clarity, right? Like this next chapter is awakening deep truths, a sacred union with your path, your purpose, and yes, maybe even soul level love, right? You're no longer here to please others. You're here to live authentically. The spark, it's all in your heart, and it's really starting to burn brighter. Now, looking at what's to release, we have this Queen of Cups. And this is like that soft energy, you know, that water energy coming through. So this is Gemini's energy coming through. Here's that water energy coming through. That you've carried so much for so long. Other people's feelings, their fears, perhaps even their dreams. And, you know, Spirit is coming through to ask you to release the parts of you that overgives, right? That you don't lose your voice trying to keep the peace, right? You are the queen, but you don't have to pour always from an empty cup anymore. You don't need to do that anymore. Now is going to be a time for you to release the old emotional patterns and know that you are safe to put yourself first. Now, next up for your spiritual guidance here is the Hermit. And this card is like the card of deep wisdom, that ancient knowing. That is here, Spirit is guiding you into a season of sacred solitude. Not loneliness, but illumination. Alright? Some of your biggest insights over the next few years will come in that quiet moments. Perhaps when you take that few moments alone, like journaling, maybe your dreams, when you dream at night, maybe when you go for that nature walks, or when you just sit in quiet in meditation, if you do meditate, right? Just like that quiet moments when you go within. Because the Hermit does remind you that you carry your own light, all right? That you're not lost, that you are being guided home. The numbers I'm seeing you for this current stage that could be nudging you right now, sounds from Spirit, that you exactly where you need to be, is the number 6s and 9s. And these numbers could just come up every now and then just to remind you that you are on the right path, perhaps. However, these numbers are coming up in your life. So that those could be the synchronicities. Well, my Aries Taurus Cusps, that is your cosmic update for my fiery, earthly Cusp warriors. Like, this isn't just a forecast, it's just an invitation to awaken, release, and to trust what is unfolding. Now, in the comments below, I do have how where Uranus, Pluto, Neptune, and Saturn are activating you in your personal chart over the next 7 to 8 years. And then I've also got there the free websites that you can go and put in your details to get your personal chart and you can just have a look and see how those 4 planets are impacting you personally. So let's say regarding Uranus example, where is Uranus in your chart? All right, or Uranus is in Gemini. Where's Gemini in your chart at during this time period, right? How it's going to affect you. Maybe it's in your example, your 10th house, all right? So do check it out. And if this helped you in any sort of way, resonated, please do like, drop a comment. Perhaps you can share the message with a fellow Cusp tribe, soul tribe. I'm sending you love as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, my beautiful Taurus, Gemini, Cusp soul tribe. Welcome back to Mystical Wolf Soul Tribe. I'm so happy to have you here. If you found this, it's not by chance. Spirit's calling you into something new. We're basically looking over for the next 7 to 8 years of your life that is shifting in ways that feel cosmic, deep, and so personal that you're not just changing, like you're becoming. Now, just having a quick look at the planet overview, right? Having a quick look what's happening between now and 2033 and how these planets will be awakening your Taurus Gemini magic, right? So looking at Gemini, this one really hits home for you because it's activating your mind, your communication, and how you see the world. You're going to be probably feeling more mentally alive, more curious, more rebellious in the best ways, and your voice is going to just be ready to break free. And then with Pluto in Aquarius, it's like a powerful soul evolution that is unfolding. So this will really change how you connect to collective truth. Your mission may even shift towards perhaps teaching, sharing some wisdom, or perhaps guiding in really new, bold ways. And then if we're looking at Neptune in Aries, you are being asked to trust your instincts, not just your logic. So this is like that spiritual fire. It's like that awakening, a deep knowing in you, the kind of bravery that comes straight from the soul. And lastly, we have Saturn moving from Pisces into Aries. So here you will be learning how to have faith without control. Now it's going to be like a time to take the reins, build real structure, build real structure behind your goals. Know that the dream is real, but now it just needs a little bit more of your effort. So you definitely are the bridge between the grounded knowing Taurus and the infinite thinking of Gemini. And these planetary shifts, they really activating you to be both wise and wildly free. So let's dive deeper and get 3 cards out to see what does Spirit want you to know about this journey ahead, about this powerful new chapter. So here we have the 6 of Swords, all right, that's moving to calmer waters. Here's that Knight of Wands, all right, and the 8 of Cups. Right. 6s and 8s could be really significant for you during this time. Looking at your first card, What's Awakening? Now we have the 6 of Swords. I feel that this is that quiet shift rising within you now, all right? Like the 6 of Wands speaks about a turning point, a gentle but powerful move away from past chaos or noise towards peace, like calmer waters, peace, clarity, smoother waters. You may feel like you leaving behind and perhaps an identity, a story, or even perhaps people who no longer resonate. And you just need to trust this moment. You awakening to calmer energy, deeper thought, truer alignment. It's not just a physical transition, I feel like this is like really a soul one. Perhaps maybe you will be moving to a new area even, where it is more calm and more peaceful, all right, where there is not so much chaos and it doesn't disturb your peace. Now, looking at what are you releasing, here we have the Knight of Wands. This is really a bold card, right? It's just a little loving nudge to release old maybe impulsive patterns, perhaps restlessness, or that push to prove something. You're no longer here to chase every spark or sprint towards perhaps every idea. Like, you're entering a wiser rhythm. And now it's going to be a time just to release that urge to rush, and just know that the fire within you doesn't have to burn out just to, to be powerful. Let it burn out. All right. Yeah, let go of burnout. That's what I was getting to. Let go of burnout, of overcommitment, of chasing validation. All right. And just know that you are enough as you are. Now, the guidance from Spirit is the Eight of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups is your call to walk away from things that emotionally drain you. Even if it once felt right, Spirit's like saying, don't be afraid to leave behind the comfort if it no longer aligns with your truth. Like, you're being asked to go deeper now, to follow that quiet voice inside that says, there is more for me. All right. This is like your journey towards emotional and spiritual fulfillment. It's brave, right? And I feel that you're ready. You're walking towards the sun, to the light, all right? And yeah, I think I mentioned that you perhaps may be seeing sixes and eights that is perhaps could be showing up around you, and they could just be spirits, breadcrumbs right now to pay attention, all right? And maybe those numbers will come up every now just to remind you. So wow, beautiful souls, Taurus, Geminis, Cusp, beautiful souls, that is your check-in, right, for this next 7 to 8 years. Check below in the comments where you'll find the Uranus and outer planets that are lighting up your personal chart. And you can also check out the free astrology charts there, where you can put your details in to see how you'll be affected. But if you would like a personal reading, my details are in the description box. Let me know if this helped you in any sort of way, if it resonated. Please do like, comment, and share with your fellow Cusp tribe. And as always, remember, I do love you, I see you, and I'll see you in the next one. Hi, my beautiful Gemini, Cancer, Cusp tribe. Welcome to the Mystical Wolf Soul Tribe. So happy to have you here. Perhaps you have been feeling a little bit waves of change, deep inner questions, or perhaps even that burst of energy that don't always just make sense, perhaps just yet. You just need to trust you're exactly where you need to be. Now, over the next 7 to 8 years, Spirit's been going to be guiding you through this massive shift that your soul is preparing for something bigger, wiser, and more aligned. Now, before we dive in and pulling 3 cards about what you need to know about this time period of your journey, just having a quick look here between now and through all the way to 2033, Uranus in Gemini, right? This one is hitting close to home. This is about your mind, your voice, your truth. It's all being awakened through new ideas, new connections, new ways of thinking are really going to be calling you. And even with Neptune in Aries, right, Spirit is going to be like clearing the fog. You're not here to play small anymore. Dreams that once felt perhaps too much are really starting to feel possible. You're getting clearer and braver about your purpose. And even with Neptune in Aquarius, there you stepping into a completely new identity within your community, your soul circle, old roles that are fading, and a so more empowered, authentic version of you that can rise. Finally, we have Saturn that is moving from Pisces to Aries. And here you're going to be learning to trust the unseen, to surrender. But now, as it moves into Aries, it's going to be a time to take the reins, all right? Saturn is going to help you build boundaries, confidence, and structure around your new path. And you, beautiful soul, are the bridge between logic and love, air and water, mind and heart. These planets are here to upgrade both sides of you, so you can like flow and lead and like really think clearly. So yeah, let's get 3 cards out and see what Spirit wants to show you during this powerful journey. So we're looking at what is awakening, what to release, and Spirit's guidances to you towards the next step. Here we have the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. Oh wow, look at all these pages coming out. and then the moon. Looking at the Page of Pentacles, what is awakening? I feel like at this time you stepping into this student energy, not starting from scratch sort of way, but remembering your value, your curiosity is like being reawakened. There's something new that's calling you. Maybe it's a skill, an offer, or perhaps it's your purpose. Spirit says attend to it gently but consistently. What you plant now becomes real magic for later. That's what I'm hearing. Now, what are you releasing during this time? We have the Page of Wands. So here, this one's like that fury energy, right? This is a time to let go of the need to rush, to react, to prove, all right? You've outgrown these impulsive beginnings. Spirit's like coming through saying, release the scattered energy, the false starts, the part of you that doubted you could really build something lasting. You're not meant to burn fast. You're meant to burn steady and strong. Now, your last card is for Spirit's guidance is the moon. I feel this is your card for for your like Cancer side, right? And for the Gemini Cancer Cusp soul. So this is your Cancer side. It's like it's extra deep, all right? Like Spirit saying you don't need to have all the answers now, and let your intuition lead, right? This path ahead may feel perhaps a little bit dreamy and maybe a little bit uncertain, but it's all part of your divine design. Like your softness is your strength, and you just need to trust the whispers in the quiet moments. Now, the numbers that I'm seeing for you from the cards that could be showing up for you during this time, and perhaps you could just pay attention to those little nudges and synchronicities. So, ones and nines, all right? So, these could just be your little reminders from the universe, or this could just be your confirmation. So, yes, wow. My Gemini Cancer souls, this is your little cosmic update. Yeah, and then just check below in the comments where you'll find how Uranus and the other planets are waking up in your chart. And if you don't know your chart, there is the free links to the free websites where you can put in your details and check out your chart and see how this is all affecting you. Now, if this did help you in any sort of way, resonated, please do a like, comment, share, and I'm sending you so much love and light, and I'll see you soon in the next one.